Yet old 2012. Attend college. College was far. Had to rent out a room with another dude. Said person is into /x/shit and was said to be put through college BC. Their Christian parents hated their way of handling religion. Autistic fucker. Autistic myself, so I got along a bit with them. Let's call the dude Alex. Alex talked about lucid dreams all the time. Showed me full-blown e-novels of lucid dreams they had, drew rough pictures as well. The dreams look RPG-based most of the time. They played RPGs, so nothing really wrong with Alex besides the fact they remember their own dreams more than usual. One summer morning, Alex slept in. Looks in pain when they were sleeping. Try to wake them up. Not budging. Whack him with one of his sketchbooks, whispering power of the gods compel you. Unresponsive other than their face twisting in agony. OK.png. Left them for class. During breaks in between classes. Found Alex in a balcony drawing some weird shit. It's some dude getting walled in by a room. Alex looked cheery, for someone who slept bad. Asked Alex what happened earlier. Dude, I think I made a friend. What? I asked Alex what he meant by that. I think I had a visitor in my dream. He followed me out. Out where? Here. He's out with us here. Look around, see nothing. Ask again about what happened in the dream. I was getting walled in like this guy in the sketch. He taps to the sketchbook. And then as the walls stopped, I felt my shoulders being pressed down. I wasn't getting walled in by anything anymore. I heard a voice that told me I should have gotten myself in a better situation. Then it laughed. I think I woke up after he laughed. I felt something hit me but I couldn't move my eyes open or anything. Then I felt my shoulders grabbed back and I could suddenly see and move again. Alex then starts to describe that he walked around a dream version of our room and says he saw who the voice belonged to. The guy was apparently a bald weirdo with fangs and pointy ears. The Baldy said as long as Alex manages to keep hold of his surroundings, he wouldn't have a dream like that again. Alex said nothing bad happened after that, but he said he keeps hearing the Baldy's voice after he woke up. Start to regret hitting him with his sketchbook. Classes start again, so try to get to Alex's predicament out of my head while studying. The following days were fairly normal. Kept joking around with Alex saying he still talks to the Baldy. Didn't realize that for him, he really was talking to it. Start to wonder if it is a demon. One day, using laptop, doing homework while talking to Alex. Alex remarks that Baldy kept him in line by giving him reminders. I ask this. Does Baldy remind you you're a faggot for talking about him all the time? Laptop suddenly freezes. Alex retorts that Baldy didn't like what I said. He goes quiet for a while and retreats to his side of the room. Laptop had unsaved homework. Curse Baldy for making me waste half of my day on redoing everything. After that incident, start rifling through Alex's stuff. Find a shitton of matches and candles. Find a sigil drawn onto a piece of paper. Moments after finding sigil, find several more smaller ones hidden behind furniture and in between his stuff. Look through sketchbooks. See Baldy's stupid fanged smile plastered through some pages. In one page, Alex wrote that he's been feeling less depressed because he talked with Baldy all the time. Noticed in the past week he talked less to me. Feel stupid for feeling threatened that some imaginary cue ball is stealing my friend's attention. Realize that Alex might have some more screws loose than usual. Hatch plan to divert his attention from Baldy. Read up online that a change of diet could help with schizophrenic symptoms. Do my best to start changing our snacks and keep offering them to Alex. Eventually take on cooking and try to keep Alex from eating garbage that makes him worse. He stops talking to me about Baldy at this time period. Feel triumphant. Didn't realize at this point, Alex caught on to my move. But he misread my intentions. Hey Anon, I know you're trying to hide it, but I don't roll that way. Start glaring at him and ask what he meant. Baldy told me. He knows you're gay and he wants me to accept you for who you are. Motherfucking hell. Try to calmly explain that I only cook and buy healthy crap just so he stops acting so autistic. Later that night, while he sleeps, find Alex's sketchbook and tear a picture of Baldy into pieces. Find out in the same hour, we have a blackout. It lasted for the next 16 hours. Talked to Alex less during these next few months. He eventually stops accepting the food I cook. Try to sneak in glances at his dream journal when he isn't looking. Way more mentions of Baldy. Mostly nightmares written down of him. Look for sigils, find they periodically get moved around the room. Melted candles and burnt up matchsticks show up in the trash. Not good. Try to talk to him when he gets back from class. Hey Alex, been a while since we last talked. He looked even more tired than usual. Lost weight from buying and eating mostly junk food. The fucker would eat like 2 small packs of Oreos and call it lunch. He didn't eat breakfast and would eat 1 small pack of chips as dinner. He was a twig at that point. He glances at me and for a second looks like he'd ignore me. Then I hear him croak out, "This sucks." I dive in. It's Baldy, right? Yeah. That guy's not letting me sleep. I asked why. He's everywhere in my dreams. Even the ones I try to craft for myself. I try to keep him out of it and he finds me. He's killing me every time, Anon. I think he really is killing me. I handed him a mirror, replying with, "No shit, man. He can hear us, you know." I'm scared. I ask him what made Baldy stay for so long. Don't believe for a second that it was really a demon. Still want to give Alex a peace of mind. I offered Baldy my hair and blood. What? Alex said he told Baldy he wouldn't believe he was real. Then Baldy asked to offer him something of substance and make him believe. Like the dumbass Alex was, he gave something that belonged to his body. Alex goes on to explain the reason Baldy's wreaking so much havoc is because he believes Alex is his property. At a loss for words, ask if I could help. He says he doesn't know what I could do to help. Try to come up with a plan that doesn't just involve food. I have to make Alex believe that he's not hearing Baldy or seeing him anymore. Next day was a day off from school for both of us. Wake up earlier than Alex, who was sleeping in like a butt face. Google up any sort of ritual that might fool Alex into thinking Baldy has gone away. Remember that I'm a broke-ass college student and the most basic of rituals is all I can do. Settle for a bowl of water with some rosemary. Take some of Alex's candles and burn them. Bowl is on table near Alex's part of the room. Alex has woken up, goes to the bathroom like usual and once he comes out, sees the weird rosemary bowl. The fuck are you doing, Anon? I tell him straight that I'm not letting a bitch demon take my friend. Alex, I need you to stay calm. You need to hold your breath too, so I can catch the demon off guard. I don't know if this will work, but I need your full cooperation. Okay. He stands still at the doorway. Alex, you have to come closer to the table. Why? Just do it. He inches closer and stands still once again. Alex is a shrimp compared to me, so it was easy for me to hatch up my next step in the plan. I dunked his face into the bowl of water. Alex's first instinct to this was to squirm out of my hand, tracking water all over the table. I screamed out no, and grabbed the back of his head again and dunked his face in further than the first time. This time he stopped squirming and started groaning. I took this as a sign of cooperation. This is for your own good, Alex. If the demon senses you might die, he might leave. I hold his face further in for the next 5 seconds. Alex, if you can't take it anymore, I'll let you go. Don't breathe in the water. Greater than 10 seconds later, Alex taps his hand out as a sign. I let go and watch as Alex exhales and coughs out water. Realize this looks like attempted murder. Oh fuck, I am going to jail. Look into Alex's face. Bro, I'm okay. Don't worry about me. Ask if he still hears Baldy. Well, not yet. Yes. But we need to see if he's going to come back in my dreams. He was just there last night. Fuck. A few minutes go on as I clean the table of the candles and bowl. Ask Alex while I cleaned. Alex, you're not mad. He shook his head and looked into the bowl. We need to get rid of all this. I mean, if Baldy's realized that I'm alive, I don't know. I just hope this works. We both wait a while for the candles to burn down. Buried the bowl and candles outside in a park. Notice rosemary flecks on Alex's hair. Try not to point it out in case he thinks it's a good omen. Apparently rosemary is good for warding off spirits, so I was hoping that's enough for him to believe he's safe. Later that night, Alex tells me he's been feeling better the whole day. Tell him that's good and say if he ever needs help again, I'll be there. Lights off, head off to sleep. Kept tossing and turning in my sleep. Weather was cool at night, but for some reason I was sweating buckets. At some point, wake up and see the shadow of a person head straight from the foot of my bed to my side. Feel awful when the shadow walked towards me. I spotted pointy ears on the shadow from what little light there was in the room. Motherfucker. I drift off to sleep after what seemed like 6 hours. The darkness segued into what looks like a park full of dead trees. It looked like the same park where Alex and I went to, but everything else was rotting. Sitting at that very spot where we buried the bowl and candles was the asshole that kept haunting Alex. However, unlike the smug smiles Alex drew him with, he wore a frown. He did not move. Neither did I. I was too afraid to move. Here in flesh, I saw that the demon was taller and looked much stronger than I was. For a few seconds, nothing happened. Then I felt a pressure on my shoulders, beckoning me to hunch down. Then I felt a pain in the back of my knees, catching me off guard and making me lose my footing. I was fully on the ground when the demon turned and walked toward me. Fuck. He didn't change expression until he looked me square in the eyes, his face inches from my own. I saw the very same mocking smile that haunted me the past few months, plastered onto his face. Then followed by that, a voice that shook through every bone in my body. You look so surprised, Anon. Did you think you were safe at all? The demon grin widened as he picked me up from the nape of my neck. It felt like a couple of blades slicing through my skin. The touch burned and charred right through my skin and seared right into my bone. I couldn't scream. I couldn't move. How arrogant are you to think you wouldn't be visited? He lifted his face up, then looks over to the burial spot. Ah, I know what to do. You could pay for this. Then your friend will be spared. This will hurt you as much as it hurt me. I felt my face sink into the mud that caked the ground of the park. I could feel dirt and worms squirm against my face. I felt bugs crawl into every orifice in my face. Parasites wriggled into the pores of my skin and ate through the flesh I had in my face. As my face was pushed further in, the roots of dead trees impaled my eyes. I felt the ground swallow me up, all while hearing the muffled laughter of the demon. As I reached the core of the earth, I was cooked alive. Everything was dark again. I grew numb as I woke up. Alex was awake, staring from his side of the room. "Hey Anon, are you okay?" Every muscle in my body was sore from what little sleep I got. But I understood what had to be done. "Alex, we need to get rid of your sketchbooks and shit." "Wait, what?" I grabbed his bags and ran my fingers through the books, only to be stopped. "Anon, why?" "Because of Baldy. He went into my dreams and buried me alive." "Shit's serious." "Ah." Silence. Alex mutters, "Is that why he wasn't there this time?" and takes out the sketchbooks. We call in sick for college and decide it was time to prune everything of the bald demon. Everything. Sigils and candles were the very obvious things to throw out. But his sketchbooks were a mess. I didn't think he would mix up drawing characters of his and the demon in one page. Sometimes his sketches overlapped and made it impossible to tear up the demon part. "Alex. Alex, is this okay with you?" Silence. Alex replies, "I mean, if I had to choose between my sanity and a few lines of oil and graphite in sheets of paper." He threw the sketchbooks all out without hesitation. "Fuck it, I'm going digital anyway." We turned to the computer and deleted all traces of the demon-related entries, even overwriting free space so there was no way to retrace the file back to its original form. As we deleted the last remnants of the files, I tied up the garbage bag we threw the stuff in. We were done. Or so I thought. I had forgotten about the matchsticks that were used to light the candles with. Alex at the last minute remembered and threw them back into the bag. Just as I was about to retie the bag, I find him taking out a large, decorative button with a metal lace looped into the holes. "Alex, what the fuck is that?" Alex looks at me, then back at the button. "It's something I was saving for a summoning. I had it before I moved. I thought there was going to be some good out of this, but yet." He dejectedly throws the button in. No wonder his parents sent him here with me. We rode out to the open fields near a busy highway. Opened car door. Threw the bag with everything inside into the highway. Hightail it in case some cops saw us. No dreams or voices from Baldy ever since.